Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. This video will be Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, week number 2. Before we get into this video, a couple quick updates, and if you don't want to watch this, timestamps are always in the description box. So first off, if you're watching this on Saturday and you're platinum, you probably have a 5x points multiplier on all of the beauty steals. This is such a good deal. This includes the hot buys as well. Such a good time to grab these. Your in total depends on, how many points you redeem at a time, but I definitely do recommend, if you're on the fence about something, now's a great time to get it. And also, Sephora. I don't know if I can get through this without laughing. Our friends over at Sephora have decided to run a sale of their own, and it's Ulta's sale. It's Ulta's sale. It's basically, they copied their homework, I guess. It's quite funny, but in all fairness, this means we as the customers win yet again. The more companies are fighting for our dollar, the more they will reduce their prices. So I would say, this 5x points multiplier, I tend to think this is a result of Sephora's copying Ulta's homework. But on the other hand, there is a reason that you might want to purchase from Sephora, and that is if you have a $25 purchase, you can still combine the 50% off at Sephora with any of their $25 buy-in gifts with purchase. So you kind of have to decide which is better for you. Generally speaking, Ulta's going to win in the deal community at least, because we know about points, we understand them. But yeah, there is a reason why you might want to consider buying the beauty steals from Sephora. One more announcement, Ulta is including their brand in this. I somehow missed this the first week. I actually was really bummed out that I filmed an Ulta Best and Worst of Ulta brand and then they didn't feature their own products. But yes, they do have their products each week. We'll go over this week's at the end of this video. And as for today, again, if you're watching this on Saturday, the concealers, oh my goodness, I may have bought 8 of them. They're on sale for $4. That's less than 50% off. The Youthful Glow Concealer is buy 2, get 2 free. It's such a good time to buy that, and those are my absolute favorite under eye concealers. Let's get into this week's deals. Starting with Sunday, September 8th, we have 50% off the Too Faced Natural Face and Eye Palette. So I have the old version of the eyeshadows. Natural Mattes is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes to this day. Such a beautiful, kind of condensed matte palette where you get cool, warm, and neutral tones. I really do love that. I didn't repurchase the latest version because I didn't see a reason to, but I did buy the Natural Face palette. So I'm wearing this one again today. I talked about this in a recent video, and if I understand correctly, this might be going out in BoxyCharm, I believe. I don't think a lot of people are going to get it in their BoxyCharms, if you want my honest thoughts, because it's kind of a big box to fit in the regular BoxyCharms, but we'll see. I guess I'll kind of reiterate what I said about this palette before. This is a beautiful palette, but I think it's going to be best suited for medium skin tones. These are all really pigmented shades. I do really like the light bronzer in here on my skin, and I do like that pink blush. I'm wearing it today, but yeah, it's a bit of work to sheer it out on my skin tone. And then the highlighters are pretty, but again, I think they're going to be more for a medium skin tone than my skin tone. I did want to address the coconut oil. I know some people have a concern about it causing breakouts. It has never caused breakouts on me. I actually had a really good experience with coconut oil, and to be honest with you, I'd love to see the comedogenic scale theory revised, but that's just me. I know some people do have issues with coconut oil, so be aware that is in these products. Then 50% off the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer Super Light or Redness Reducing Primer. I do not own these presently, but I have owned the Redness Reducing Primer. I actually really like it if I have a lot of redness on my face. It's basically a green color corrector inside of a primer, so you get a little bit of color correction. It's very subtle. I've never tried the Super Light, however, and I will say I do think the price of these is a little high compared to some other formulas on the market, But yeah, it still works really well if you have something like rosacea or just general redness. The green primer is a good option. 50% off the DermaDoctor Kadaku C 20% vitamin C serum with ferulic acid and vitamin E. So I looked this one up. This is $47.50 in the sale, so it's still pretty pricey. But overall, I'd say it does look like a good vitamin C formula. It ticks all of the boxes for making a good C formula, except it does use 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid instead of L-ascorbic acid. That's a derivative that some people have seen lightening of dark spots with use. I haven't tried this one personally, and I don't actually have any dark spots to address. But it might be a good option. Comment below if any of you guys have tried that one. And then finally, 50% off the Exuviance Age Reverse Day Repair SPF 30. Sadly, I have to pass on that because of my irritation with chemical sunscreens. I'm done with them. I tried another one recently and realized this is just not worth the hassle for me. One of those ingredients I have to avoid. Monday, September 9th, 50% off the Urban Decay All-Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. I have not tried that. Comment below if you have. We also have the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. A lot of people are very interested in this. To be honest with you, this is a beautiful formula. It's got 4 different forms of hyaluronic acid, pretty high up in the ingredients. Niacinamide, which helps you to reduce redness. Nothing problematic in this. This is actually, yeah, I think I'm going to get this. I know a lot of people were upset about in BoxyCharm. I guess you were supposed to get it, but then didn't, or maybe it was just a you get this or that situation, and very few people got it. But you know what? They got a lot of people talking about it, and for once, I will say with good reason. I feel like a lot of the time when people are talking about something, it's not for good reason. 50% off Benefits Hoola. Okay, this includes all 4 of the Hoola bronzers. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the 3 that I own. I own the 3 lighter shades. So there's Hoola Light, Hoola Regular, and Hoola Caramel. I do actually really like the product, although I have to admit I've kind of gravitated away from it. I used to use Hoola the most. I can really only use Hoola Light in the absolute middle of winter in spite of being fairly light-skinned, NC20, not the lightest. But I will say it's a good product overall, and personally, I feel like I'm in a minority here, but I love the packaging. I actually really do. The little brushes are great, and I actually keep the plastic portion so it separates them from the bronzer itself. But yeah, I really like the packaging. I think they're good products if you like a bronze effect because they do run a little warm. They say you can contour with them, and I definitely did, and I kind of look back with great regret. Then we have 50% off the Kanuka CBD Healing Skin Balm. I'm kind of curious about this, so let me know if any of you guys have tried it. It does look like a nice product. Manuka honey is great for antibacterial purposes, got hemp in it. It does have coconut oil in it as well, but see, before in this video where I talked about my experiences with coconut oil, I might pick this up, actually. I'm very curious. Tuesday, September 10th, I'm so happy I get to talk about these again because I love them. The Too Faced Tutti Frutti eyeshadow palettes will be in the sale. I'm wearing this one today, the Razzle Dazzle Berry Eyeshadow Palette. I also really like the Sparkling Pineapple. These are gorgeous and the quality is incredible. They're very, very richly pigmented, kind of creamy almost, really easy to blend out the mattes. Adorable packaging. I feel like Too Faced kind of gets a lot of hate on YouTube. But I don't know, I've said it before, I'll say it again, their products make me happy. I actually find them to be a pretty inclusive brand with the exception of some past mistakes from the previous owner, but overall I do like Too Faced a lot. I highly recommend these. 50% off the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. I think this went out in a BoxyCharm a while ago, so comment if you guys have tried this one. Then we have 50% off the Buxom Vava Plump Shiny Liquid Lipstick. I hate this. So I got a little sample of this, I think in the 10x points purchase. Yeah, I think this was in the diamond bag. I thought I was going to like it. When I first put this on, it was such a lightweight formula, just really glides on your lips, you don't feel it on. I was like, oh, it's supposed to be a plumping effect, but I didn't even feel any discomfort. Then I tried wearing it around. I understand that a lot of lipsticks transfer. I don't think I've ever encountered a lipstick that transfers like this one. It got all over my cheek, it got all over my eyebrows, it got all over my shirt. This thing got around more than my ex. I personally hate it. I'm sure somebody out there likes it. Next. 50% off the Saint Tropez Self-Tan Express Advanced Bronzing Mousse. I don't self-tan or tan, so another one of those for you guys to comment on if you have experience with it. Then we have 50% off the DHC Cleansing Oil. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys got the Clinique Balm last week. You can probably skip this because this does the same thing as a cleansing balm. Actually, kind of. This is a little bit different to use from actually most cleansing oils that I've tried. It's very, very oily as opposed to feeling like surfactants. It feels like using an oil, probably because the first ingredient is, in fact, olive oil. So you might like this more if you have dry skin. It definitely does remove all of your makeup, but it absolutely leaves you feeling quite oily. I actually had a little trouble removing the oil from this, as using it as a first cleanser and then a second step. Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble. So I personally don't love it, but it is a cult favorite. So, keep in mind personal preference is everything. I just prefer cleansing balms. No, actually, I do have one positive aspect of this to comment on. A lot of the other cleansing oils I've tried run a lot, so they kind of run into your eyes. Because this has such an oil type of texture, it does stay where it's supposed to go. I have never gotten this in my eyes. This is actually my second little sample of it. Not my favorite. I won't purchase it, but it's not bad. I can see a place for this one. Wednesday, September 11th, we really do have some good deals on this day. So we have the Buxom Plumpline Lip Liner. I'm wearing this one today. This is one of my absolute favorite lip products. It's Femme Fatale. So you get the pencil liner on one side, and then on the other side, you get a brush. Really easy to use. They have a ton of beautiful colors. This one just happens to be my favorite because I love pink. What can I say? Definitely recommend those. $9 is quite a good price for those. 50% off Proactive. Oh, we don't talk about that brand on this channel. If you want to know why, poke around my Instagram enough and you will understand. 50% off Women Founded. Oh yeah, I'm really excited about this. So, first off, we have the Uma Badass Icon Matte Lipstick. I'm getting some of these. I'm so excited. I love the Uma brand. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to narrow down my selection. Let me know if any of you guys have tried these colors, because they have 16 options here, and they honestly all look gorgeous. If I understand correctly, this is a magnetic closure. Magnetic. I'm going to say something off in every video, apparently. The Vamp Stamp Va-Va-Voom Kitten 3-piece kit. I've actually been curious about this, but I also worked darn hard to figure out how to draw a winged liner, and at this point, to imagine that it could be this simple kind of bugs me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand and respect that some people could be like, oh, this is very useful, but I'm like, that was so much practice. I spent so many days of my life with terrible looking winged eyeliner. Honestly, I don't know if it works that well, so comment below if any of you have tried it. Grande Brow Enhancing Serum. This is $70 at retail. This brand is expensive. I've only tried their liquid lipstick plumpers. They're really nice. Have not tried the brow serum, so comment if you have. And then Elsie's The Glow Enhancer. I think I'm going to pass on this. It does have really good reviews though, but that's how they tricked me with the primer. I don't know. Comment if you guys have tried that. Thursday, September 12th, we have the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1 Mascara. So I would describe this as a really good go-to mascara. There's really nothing about this that absolutely stands out. It doesn't make your lashes look super full. It doesn't, separate your lashes to the extent of some other mascaras, but I've never hated the way my lashes look when I wear this. It's just a good, reliable mascara. 50% off the Mario Badescu Select Cleansers. Yeah, I don't love Mario Badescu's cleansers. Let's see. Oh, I did try the Enzyme Cleansing Gel. It just didn't stand out to me, but I know a lot of people do like Mario Badescu's brand, so there you go. A great price on those. Perricone Cold Plasma Collection. There's a lot of Perricone in this event. I feel like it's kind of amazing how certain scents just get imprinted into your brain. I understand they've changed the scent. Thank the heavens. I have no doubt in my mind that the product is excellent, though. Like I've said before, Perricone's products are extremely effective. Okay, and then we have 50% off the Lancome Skin Feels Good Hydrating Skin Tint. So I got a story with this one. So I bought this for Ulta in last year's 10X Point Day because she came up to me and she was like, I want a lighter coverage foundation. And she was using the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, you want something lighter. That's a pretty light foundation. So I saw that this Lancome product had recently been released at the time. So I was like, I bet that'll be perfect. So I get it for her, give it to her, and she's like, this is just zero coverage. I didn't want no coverage, I wanted light coverage. So I guess what I would say is don't buy this if you like full coverage or medium coverage, but if you have really beautiful skin to start with, you might like this. Friday, September 13th, we have 50% off the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush and Highlighters. I have a couple of their blushes. These are different from the minis. If you've ever tried their minis, it's not the same formula at all, and I have no idea why brands do this. These are beautiful blushes, and I personally really do like them, but they're very hard pressed. So what you have as a benefit of a hard pressed blush is it's really hard to overdo it. When blushes are super pigmented and you can pick up a ton with your brush, you can end up with a very blushed look in the end. You can't with these. You really can't overdo these. I actually love this surprisingly bright shade. It's actually gorgeous on. This one is Natural Beauty, and I have Exposed because I got caught up in the YouTube beauty guru thing a couple years ago. Who else owns Exposed for the same reason? Expose yourself. Anyway, these are great. You can probably catch these in the Tarte 5-piece bag if that appeals to you more. I've been skipping those recently because not a lot of Tarte has been grabbing my eye. But yeah, if you just want a blush, these really are great options. 50% off the Clarisonic Cleansing Brush Heads. Do we have the foundation brush head in this? No, we don't. Just the brush heads. A lot of people stock up in these sales. You definitely should. Why not pay 50% off, right? 50% off Lorac. We have a lot added to this section. We have the liquid eyeliner, the eye pencil, and then 5 eyeshadow palettes in the Unzipped series, a couple of those smaller ones. So I only have one Lorac palette left, and it is indeed the classic Unzipped. This is one of those palettes that I feel like it doesn't necessarily look all that eye-catching just looking at it, but this is so beautiful on. I mean, I've come close to decluttering this, and then I try it on, and I'm like, there's no way I'm ever letting go of it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous palette, gorgeous formula, just looks so pretty on. 50% off the Dermalogica Rapid Reveal Peel. I kind of got excited about this when I started looking at the ingredients. This is a lactic acid-based peel as opposed to glycolic, which makes it more less sensitizing on the skin, more dry skin friendly, more sensitive skin friendly. The only drawback with this is they do have lemon oil in it. It would be so perfect without that ingredient. I would be able to sit here and say, for sensitive skin. But yeah, I don't really feel that after looking at the ingredients. That said, this has a lot of positive reviews. A lot of people have said it's really easy to use, gentle on their skin. I have not personally tried it. I actually had a good experience with Dermalogica, though. I really did. I know they have quite a few essential oils in their products, but if I'm being honest, yeah, I actually did have good results. Saturday, September 14th, we have 50% off the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. So the light shade does work really well for me. This is actually beautiful on. I love the coverage. I love the SPF. I love that it is mineral instead of chemical, but I said a long time ago, for some reason, this sometimes breaks me out, and then other times doesn't. And finally, now that I've connected the dots, it's because it does contain bergamot oil. Let me tell you something, with any product from IT Cosmetics, set aside an hour of your life to read the ingredients list and make sure none of the ingredients trigger any reactions in you. You think I'm kidding, you should see how long this ingredients list is. How do you fit so many ingredients into a tube this tiny? Again, I do like it. I actually like it more than the CC cream. I think it's a good product. Just check that list if you've got sensitive skin. 50% off the Kylie Cosmetics Matte and Velvet Lip Kits. So I don't own any of these. I'm going to be as honest as possible for just a moment, and I'm sure this is an unpopular opinion, but I just don't like buying Kylie Cosmetics. I did it once. I bought one of her lipsticks, and to be honest, I was underwhelmed. But you know, I just feel like that family just doesn't need any more money, much less my poor money. I don't know, a lot of people seem to love her products. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Anyway, 50% off Philosophy's night creams. These are nice overall. I can't remember which one I tried. I want to say it was the Renewed Hope in a Jar Overnight. They're nice. I would definitely get them for 50% off, though. You can pretty much always find deals on the Philosophy brand. Free benefit brow wax with any $50 benefit product. I've never done that. I don't go in store all that often, though. 50% off Lime Crime Hi-Lite palettes. You know I have one of these, and you're probably not surprised to find out it's the unicorn one. I am wearing this today. I actually really like this. What I'm going to say about Lime Crime's highlighting formula is it is surprisingly hard pressed for giving so much pigment payoff. So you can't really use a fan brush with these, which I don't think I've ever experienced with a highlighter. You actually really need a brush to get in there and pick up this pigment. I will say this is a very glittery highlighter. So, you know, you either love that or you don't. Personally, I do love it. I'm wearing the green shade on the inner corner of my eyelids today, and then this shade on my cheeks. Yeah, I really like these. I'm actually thinking about grabbing a couple more in this sale, so let me know if you guys have other recommendations. They have a lot of options in here, and I think they're all pretty, plus $19 for 3 full-size highlighters. I'd call these full-size. I don't know if they are, because Lime Crime doesn't have single pans of highlighters, but yeah, they're really pretty. And then finally, 50% off the Murad AHA BHA Exfoliating Cleanser. I have tried this personally. I just use a very simple cleanser and use my AHA BHA products in leave-on or mask formats. All right, let's close this video with the deals for September 8th through 14th on the Ulta brand. So I already have a video talking all about the Ulta brand that I will link, but this week we have on sale the foundation stick will be $7. I'm excited to see that they have expanded their shade range on that, and I'm definitely grabbing another one of these. This is one of my absolute favorite foundation sticks ever. $7 primers, $7 cosmetic brushes. I go over the brushes a lot in that video. And then 50% off the Everyday Bath Collection. So that is everything for 21 days of Beauty Week number 2. Let me know in the comments below what you will be picking up. Let me know what you did pick up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.